Is it works?
Yes, perfect. We are on air. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So, hello everyone. We're delighted to welcome you at our pitch session by InnMind. So the market is booming, Bitcoin halving, exciting news from Token 2049. First major scam projects. It feels like bull run is on fire. So the market is
Svet, I think you're muted.
You're on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Okay, yeah, anyway, and in such lively markets, we delighted with my teammates, Yanis and Alex, VC analysts from InnMind, discover and select real gems and strongest team who definitely deserve an attention. So we hope you will enjoy today participants. So one moment. Okay. And regarding our today's agenda, 39. Yeah, I will start with introduction of our VCs. We already promote some information about our participating VCs on our social medias, but it would be great to hear briefly your current investment thesis. And we will be really appreciate if you will not only ask questions from startups, but provide them your honest feedback. It will be really helpful for their.
Svet, I think you're muted. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, Svet, I think you have your YouTube open, playing in the background. Yeah. Okay, should we start with the VC intros?
Oh, one moment. Sorry, guys, I hear my voice. I don't know what's happening.
Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I think Svet is having some issues right now. So
Yes.
yeah, let's begin with the VC introductions. I think we can hear you, yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry, I don't know. I had some issues because I heard my voice and you didn't hear me, right? I don't know what's
No,
happened.
right now it's fine, so don't worry. We can
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
sorry
ahead.
for that. Yeah, okay, sorry. Let's start with the introduction of our VCs. Yeah, as already mentioned, I don't know, did you hear it, that I'm asking not only ask questions to startups, but provide your honest feedback as well. So let's start with introduction of our first participating VC, Valeria, partner at WebWise Venture. I already saw Valeria here.
I'm here.
Yeah. Hello, Valeria. Always a pleasure to see you with us. And could you please briefly tell about your investment focus for now?
Sure, pleasure for me to participate in our sessions. Of course, do you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear
That's
you.
great. So I'd like to share a few words about our company. Since 2017, we've been operating in the cryptocurrency sphere. We have an asset management fund that manages funds, providing liquidity in DeFi. Also, we have a cross-chain protocol that is currently entering the market. And as a venture fund, we began our operations recently, just last year. And previously, we invested as a group of experts and investors. Speaking about our Primary focus is on Web3 and AI projects. We are mostly interested in infrastructure projects, DeFi projects, as well as projects related to real-world assets. Additionally, we are open to considering NFT projects, but just beyond just images. Our interest spans both equity and tokenized investments, with particular attention to projects with clear business model that demonstrate how they are planning to generate revenue. And we are interested in startups at the seed stage and beyond, although we do not exclude the possibility of considering pre-seed projects also. Recently, we've launched our own Launchpad. Thanks God that's happened. So I guess that's all in general. Thank you for your attention.
Very much. Yeah, awesome. Appreciate it. Yeah, you sharing your focus. So, okay, let's meet our next participating VC, Danish, GP and co-founder Paper Ventures. Hello, Danish. Are you with us?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me, guys. So yeah, I'm Danish Chaudhary from a pre-seed seed stage fund called Paper Ventures. It's myself and my two co-founders, Oliver and Navalio. We've been in the industry since about 2010. And so you can imagine we've seen everything come and go. Our backgrounds are fairly varied. Oliver's background's more on the gambling poker side. Value is more on the deep tech AI side of things. I myself come from a traditional finance background. I used to be a portfolio manager at BlackRock. And then created Bitcoin.com, launched the Bitcoin.com exchange. But we've been investing, as I said, since the past decade and a half. Our focus is we're basically agnostic on vertical. We're more concentrated on who the founder is, what their skills are, what the business proposition is, and what stage the company is in. So we're more pre-seed, seed stage focused, primarily because we have also been builders in our previous lives, and we love to roll up our sleeves and get hands-on with our founders.
Oh, yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing. Love your approach. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, and meet our next participating VC, Ivan, general partner at 3X Capital. Hello, Ivan. I saw you.
Hello. Greetings, everyone. Great to be here. My name is Ivan. I'm a general partner at 3X Capital. We are an investment firm that is focused on seed stage. We invest in DeFi and infrastructure. We also manage nodes, participate as a validator in different infrastructure projects, investing in the space since 2017. So yeah, I have a legal background. I have also background working as a portfolio manager, and now focusing on the early stage investments in startups with a clear business model on the seed stage. So usually valuations up to 20 million. But if, of course, it's an infrastructure project, we can participate with higher valuation. So looking forward to hear more from the startups. Hello, everyone.
Thank you very much, Ivan. Thank you very much. And as I heard, 3X Capital had a lot of cool exits and have a big ROI. So thank you very much. Happy to have you with us today. And our next participating VC is Nero from Krenos Fund. Hello, Nero. Could you please?
Hi, guys. Yeah. Do you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, InnMind, bringing us together. We are like a Web3 investment institute based in New York. I'm in Hong Kong right now, just fly back from Dubai. It's pretty tired today. Our co-founders is based in California. So if there's any good project in California, you guys are supposed to arrange a meetup. And our background is I'm based from Amber Group, focused on the secondary market, and now I'm more focused on the project manager after we invest. So we help help the projects we invest grow up. That's my job. And we are more looking for the Bitcoin ecosystem. We get involved a Bitcoin project based on the runes, and it's gonna be launched in the next couple weeks, I think, and GameFi as well. And that's what we are looking on, that two parts. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nero. Appreciate that you shared your focus with us, and delighted to have you with us today. Hope you will enjoy our pitch session. And we have our next participating VC, Dr. Ankur from London Real Ventures. And really appreciate every time you, Dr. Ankur, participate in our pitch sessions. Always pleasure to see you. So please share briefly your investment focus.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be on these InnMind pitches and to be connected with all of you. Look, as she has said before, that my name is Dr. Ankur Pathak. I am the founding principal at London Real Ventures. We are the world's first media-powered investment firm. And I know when I say media, a lot of founders and VCs think, how much do they charge to be on the platform, whether it be cash or it be tokens or free equities. We do none of those things. We provide capital just like any VC would. But our value add is we have a studio that we have our CEOs or our founders come into and have a long form conversation in a high quality production where they can actually share more than just a 15-minute pitch. It is a 2-hour conversation where they get to share their vision, their passion, and their intelligence. Let's get the crowd excited and understanding about what your vision is. That's really what the audience wants to hear. And we do that in a way that actually makes sense and is visually pleasing for everybody. So look, we're sector agnostic, chain agnostic. We are just looking for quality founders who have a 10+ year vision, not just the next bull run or the next 10 months. So that's us in a nutshell.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. I really like your approach and yeah, the value you bring to your portfolio projects. Yeah, thank you very much. The next participant, we have with us Apostle, investment analyst at Scytale Ventures. Could you please share with us some insights, what startups your venture firm looking for?
Hi, everyone, and thank you for having me. Yes, as I was introduced, I'm an analyst at Scytale Digital. We're an investment firm focusing all the way from seed stage to growth, so Series C. We're a Polkadot-friendly fund, so meaning when we invest in a project, or we always try to have a Polkadot approach to it. The reason being is we have very strong connections within the Polkadot ecosystem. For example, on our advisory board, but Gavin Wood is part of our advisory board. And in general, there isn't a specific, I would say, sector we are interested in, although we have a strong interest at this point in time in anything that's deep in gaming and real world assets related.
Yeah, got it. Thank you very much. Awesome. Like your vision in focus. Yeah, thank you very much. Pleasure to have you with us today. Okay, and we have the special guest with us, Hugo May, head of research at Polkastarter. Hello, Hugo. Could you please tell what projects are you looking for launching on Polkastarter, one of the best launchpads we have right now on the market?
Thank you for the introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Hugo. I lead venture and research here at Polkastarter. So as an organization, we have a very public side of things. That is the launchpad. We spend a lot of time trying to figure out how do we evolve public capital in this space, trying to think how this becomes community creation capital rather, or rounds where we reduce speculation as the industry matures and kind of like use these tools as a way to kickstart communities. On the more private side of things, we have the bull side, which is a accelerator and also a venture arm for Polkastarter. We deploy capital from the seed stage onwards. Most of our investments are strategic into projects that we think we have a high opportunity to impact go-to-market strategies, able to create awareness in an industry where it's easy to create momentum, but it's very difficult to keep it. There's a lot of projects launching constantly, and that is our area of focus. Outside of that, I just want to use the moment to put in a plug for a project called Just Crypto Economics, which really is just an open source research group that really helps projects go to market better, understand crypto economics, and also investors better understand what it is they're investing in. Yeah, I'm very glad to be here today, and thank you for the time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hugo. So smart vision and approach. Yeah, thank you very much for sharing. So, okay, I suppose we finished with introduction of our VCs and guests. So let's kick off our pitch session. And yeah, here we go. Let's start from the first team, Climax AI. So ladies, please share your screen. You have 5 minutes for your pitch session. And I really hope that VCs will enjoy your pitch. I really like your project, and I find it really promising. That's why you're pitching first today. So yeah, right now I don't see your screen, Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby, I think you're muted as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Gabby, we see your screen, and please unmute your microphone. And you could start. Yeah, you should unmute it right in the Zoom. Okay, maybe we have some
Just
issues.
give her, yeah, 5 minutes.
I think she disconnected.
Yeah, okay, I suppose Gabby had some issues with microphone. Maybe we should start with our next speech, and Climax AI go second. So Rosie, could you manage the Gabby's?
Yeah, I mean, let's continue with DigNow and they can pitch afterwards. No worries.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. Sorry about that. We're very excited to pitch.
No worries. So yeah, hope you will manage your issues. Okay, so let's start with DigNow. We have here.
Yeah, perfect. Good morning, everyone. Or good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, depending when you are today. So let me share my screen.
Okay, yeah, we see it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, are you ready?
Not yet. I'm not really used to Zoom. I'm a Google Meet guy, that's why. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so can you see it now? It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, perfect.
Perfect, okay. So I'm very excited to introduce DigNow, optimized crypto intelligence. Web3 ecosystem faces an important challenge, which is the analysis of crypto projects. So despite you are an investor, like a lot of you today, an exchange, a Web3 company, you need to analyze projects. And when you do so, you face 3 main problems. The fragmentation of data on many sources, the quality of the data, how do you know if a data is reliable or not, and the complexities of analysis. So it requires business and technical skills, and it's time consuming. So DigNow solves this by creating a web platform to unlock the full potential of relevant decision making. So we combine AI and blockchain technology to benefit a double layer of scalability. We are creating a large data warehouse of crypto projects. And in order to do so, we define 400 data points to analyze a project, both on-chain and off-chain data. So how does it work? We aggregate through the data through partners API. We collect off-chain data by developing our own AI scraper, and the missing data from the AI scraper are collected thanks to our decentralized community that we reward with our token. Then we validate the data with our own AI validator and with the participation of the community. And at the end, the last step, we process the data in our machine learning model to identify the patterns of success, the patterns of failure, trends, and correlation. At the end, one can expect a data-driven and holistic approach, providing accurate and accessible analysis of crypto projects. What are the benefits of the solution? High quality and large quantity of analysis with limited human bias and with drastically reduced the time and the effort. So we have two verticals in our business model. We sell cleaned and processed data that we store in our large data warehouse, and we sell the crypto analysis. So many actors within the industry are potentially interested by our two products. For example, investors. So despite they are individuals or professionals like you, to access the best promising projects. It could be also Web3 companies to collect off-chain data on analysis for their own business, centralized exchange to analyze a project before listing, and also crypto founders like a lot of us to request an audit of their project and get feedback for improvement. Our go-to-market is based on two main goals: developing technical credibility and creating a community. So we are creating our data warehouse now with 30 blockchains from Genesis block. We are developing our own AI scraper as a prototype, and we are working on the alpha to collect the off-chain data from the community. In addition to that, we have applied to the Google AI Startup Program that offers 350K credit for the use of the infrastructure. And we have started to request grants from blockchain to integrate their on-chain data into our data warehouse. We are also defining an airdrop campaign for the first users of the alpha to reward the community. So we have two partners for now, InnMind, thank you guys, and Scytale Ventures, who is also advisor of the project. The main idea behind DigNow is the scalability. So we are able to do it by combining AI and a decentralized community. We collect, validate, and process data in a new way compared to what is done on the market today. So our big competitive advantage is clearly the off-chain data. So we try to turn complexity into clarity. Our solution could not work without the token. The goal of the token is to reward the community for collecting and validating the data. It will be the means of payment for the two products in the ecosystem, so the data and the analysis. And finally, the token acts as an improvement model for our AI. About the team, so we accumulate 8 years in Web3 with my co-founder Julien, who is the CTO. He's a former IT engineer at Swissborg, where he was for 5 years, and I, CEO, a former project manager in a layer 1, started from scratch. So we started the pre-seed round, offering $1.1 million investing opportunity. And as an ambitious startup, we need funds to implement our vision. We need to develop the technical side of DigNow, create a community, and hire the perfect team. So thank you for listening, and I'm very happy to answer any question that you may have.
Yeah, Pierre, thank you very much. Amazing pitch. Yeah, we're waiting for questions and feedback from our participating VCs. Who would like to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. Thank you. It was I like the fact that it was succinct and you covered the basic main points. How do you collect? What is the off-chain data piece, and how do you collect that?
Thank you for the question. It's really central. The thing is that a lot of companies now collect the on-chain data, and the goal of DigNow is really to have a holistic vision of the data. So the collection of off-chain data is really important. We made it 3 manners. The first one is through API, so we can collect off-chain data. The second one is with our AI scrapper that we developed. So this is our own AI, custom AI model. And the third one is by the community. So we have 12 families of criteria. We have 160 criteria, which represent between 1 and 10 data points per criteria. So we have in a total 400 data points that we collect through automation, AI, and human. So that's really the main advantage in the solution. We combine AI and the decentralized community through blockchain technology to be really scalable.
But what would you classify as what are the various types of what would you say segments of off-chain data that you can collect that you think would be relevant?
Yeah, about the team, for example. So if the team have 2 co-founders, okay, these 2 guys have experience in a startup. So it's 1 data points. How many guys in the co-founder? It's 2 data points. Did they work for Web3 companies? In what kind of role? Was it marketing, technical? So we define data points for everything that is related to the team, and the team is one of the families that we have identified. And I think that we have around 75 data points only for the team. So that's an example. Yeah.
Got it. And I assume that's data that you've collected from Crunchbase or LinkedIn.
Yeah, the thing is that we can collect data. The first prototype that we have made that they are missing about 30% of the data that we need. That's why we want to use the community to collect the missing data. So we could not do it without the community, and we could not do it without AI. That's really the combination of the both that made it possible to collect all the data that we require.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Danish, for your question. And do we have any more questions to DigNow? Okay.
Yeah, I'll jump in here if I can.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. I wanted to ask about what your go-to-market strategy looks like. I think the data side of things has been an interesting part where there's been a lot of developments, the likes of Dune being in the mind share of many people. But a lot of them have struggled to monetize and be something that long-term venture investors have a good track record to prove in terms of like where there's opportunity is. Maybe help me understand where your go-to-market strategy is, and also like how you plan to make revenue.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So we need to have a strong community, because without the community, the project is not going to work. So we have identified in the first alpha that we are going to develop 50 DeFi projects. So we are going to develop it. We are going to reach specific community of DeFi guys to try to onboard them on the protocol. So we think that if we start on a niche, it will be better to expand in a second time than to start with everything at the same time, because it's not scalable and it's not doable for us at the beginning. So we need to onboard them, and to onboard them, we are defining a strong airdrop campaign to reward the first participants. So we also plan to offer like a subscription free for 1 year, for example, for the first user of the community, because they will be the one who will give us the feedback on what we are building, and also they will be the one that will use the platform for their own needs and to talk about it on Twitter or in social media or in whatever groups that they are in.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hugo, and Dr. Ankur, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the presentation there, Pierre.
Thank you.
What's the biggest challenge for you now, and let's say for the next 6 to 9 months? What do you foresee coming down?
Yeah, so thank you for asking. We need clearly to collect the off-chain data. So we have started to work on that. So it's clearly the main challenge, because we need to have a working prototype and to see if we can clearly collect 70% of the data, or if it's less. And after that, we have to be sure of the quality of the data. So we know that we have some months to test the protocol. That's why we want to develop a test net that will last at least 4 to 6 months, because we need to validate the data to be sure of the accuracy of the data, because if we don't have accurate data, the machine learning model is going to give a bad result at the end. So the preparing phase and the accuracy of the data is really the main challenge for us in the coming month.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pierre, and all VCs for your feedback and questions. So, okay, Gabby, do you have still problems with your microphone?
I think I'm okay now.
Wonderful.
I think so. I think. Let's give it a go. If you could just allow me to share my screen in a second when we're ready. Thank you.
Back in the game, Gabby.
Normally use Google Meet. This is kind of a little bit unfamiliar to me. But can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we'll start the pitch, something probably a little bit different to the normal pitches. So introducing Climax AI, it's a brand new 18+ content creation platform that empowers creators with AI innovation. So hi, I'm Gabby. I'm the CEO and the co-founder at Climax AI. I've been in the adult entertainment industry for well over a decade now. I've worked with some huge brands, including Monster Energy, and I'm currently a 1% earner on OnlyFans. So from day one, I can bring over my user base, my fan base from OnlyFans. Joining me on the call, you'll see Rosie Sin, who is a glamour model turned photographer. She's an ex-Playboy bunny, and she has access to over 1,000 high-earning creators, and she's got an Instagram following shy of 1 million. So did you know that at the minute, OnlyFans creators that are earning more than $1 million a year are actually getting banned and warnings from OnlyFans? And did you also know that OnlyFans creators can allocate anywhere up to 70% of their monthly earnings to a manager, to a third-party agent, basically just to chat on the account?
So we're building a brand new platform that empowers creators with an AI chatbot, voice notes, and an AI assistant. The AI chatbot and voice notes clones the creator's voice and personality. The AI assistant streamlines workflow, and combined, these tools increase the creator's revenue, improve user experience, and reduce chargebacks. There are many challenges within this industry, and the current platforms just aren't dealing with them, from $200 spending limits to daily requests to pay with cryptocurrency.
So being a creator myself, this is an extremely creator-centric company. Other platforms just aren't looking after the creators, and we are definitely here to change that. So Climax Academy is within the site. We're going to provide creators with a 15-step course that teaches them how to start, earn, and grow. And there's also the Climax community where the creators can network, collaborate together, and we'll also be hosting content days, international photo shoots, and collaboration days for the creators.
So why hasn't anyone achieved to build this platform in Web3 yet? Well, firstly, it requires a specialist team. And secondly, they've made it too complicated. We're going to bridge the over 250 million users from Web2 to Web3. And what better way to do it than using one of the most lucrative industries in the world? A user can subscribe to a creator's platform using credit card or via cryptocurrency. The key being that if the creator's being paid $1,000, then they'll be paid out $1,000. So what's the token for? It can be used as payment currency on the platform for privacy of transactions. It can also be used to buy and sell Climax keys, which helps to fight content leaks. And it can be used to stake to get VIP benefits and perks. And you'll have to set up a call with me to find out more about that. So to fully understand the token utility, first you need to understand what the user wants. We're a content creator platform. The users either want to get closer to the creator or they want to see more content.
So when the user buys and stakes the Climax token, they get a free premium user account. And within that, they get access to 2 pages, the Climax Girls and the Climax official page. The Climax Girls page is where we take 10 of the top content creators from the site away on a trip every 6 weeks. And we post behind the scenes content, videos, and pictures. The Climax official page is where we post behind the scenes content of all the collaboration days, photo shoots that I just talked about a second ago. So those 2 subscriptions are actually worth $240 a year, and you can get those for free just by staking $20 worth of Climax tokens. So that's the real creator. Now moving on to the AI creator. So when we were developing this project, we thought about the growing trend, as you all know, of AI technology and the growing trend of the AI influencer. So on Climax AI, you can build and generate a consistent character, the keyword, consistent character, better than any other platform out there. So you can generate social media images to market, and you can generate NSFW, not safe for work, images, videos, and live streams to monetize. So what we're looking for, we are raising 2.4 million at seed, where there's a total of 1 billion tokens. The seed price is 3 cents and the valuation is 30 million. In year 1, we're expecting a turnover of 18 million, and we're going to use 60% of the revenue to buy back and burn the token supply. We've built up an extremely strong team from development right through to onboarding creators. So how are we going to bring the users, how are we going to bring the creators, and what's our go-to-market strategy? So we're going to market on the 1st of October, 2024, with everything that a real creator needs to make 100K plus per month. So that's the AI assistant, AI chatbot, AI voice notes, and all the other little small innovative features that we've got. Within the first 12 months, we're going to onboard 10,000 creators, thanks to mine and Rosie's network. Rosie's actually already started to onboard these creators. And so far, we've onboarded creators whose social media followings equivalent to 263 million.
So they're all high earning creators who are currently frustrated with OnlyFans, management, workload, and the technology, and they're actively seeking a different platform.
So we've also brought Sarah on, who's on the previous slide, and she's got access to 7,000 creators that are currently already monetizing online. So my final point really to this pitch, going right back to the beginning, is that I am a 1% earner on OnlyFans. I've got an existing database of fan base that I can already bring over. I get 5 million views every 90 days across my multiple platforms, as well as Rosie's outreach and social followings. And I've actually already got a successful adult industry platform, pantyhoststudios.com. So we really have all the magic pieces to this puzzle. We've built up a huge team within this project to make it extremely successful within this market. And that is it. I would love to take any questions. Hope it was under 5 or just 5 maybe.
Awesome. Thank you very much, ladies. Amazing pitch, amazing team and project. So who would like to start, go first with the questions or feedback? We'll really appreciate it.
It's a bit of a different project. Everyone's probably just stunned thinking I've got nothing to do.
I can go first.
Making AI?
Yeah, look, first of all, feedback on the pitch itself. I mean, great job. It's very difficult when there's 2 of you not to overlap with each other. So obviously you guys practice. So I'm going to say that I appreciate that. I've seen many where it gets a little bit confusing because people are talking over each other and kind of jumping in. So on that note, you guys did a great job. My question to you guys is, what is the long-term play here? What does Climax AI look like in 5 to 10 years?
Billion-dollar company. We're hoping to expand and just basically keep growing, keep bringing on creators, keep onboarding users, multi-billion-dollar company, and then exit.
Okay. Does it always stay in the adult entertainment industry, or do you bring on different types of creators?
No. It's not strictly adult. So it's a content creation platform. So adult is a very broad term because NSFW, not safe for work, is lingerie, is bikinis. You don't actually have to be. You could do a cooking channel on there. You could do a dog walking, grooming channel on there. You don't have to be within the adult industry to do that. There's so many options to it.
There is, yeah, so many different types of people putting content out. It might be fitness, it might be chefs, it could be all sorts of creators. But, you know, I know people are also getting irritated with sites like Instagram, for instance. So there's really no limits to how far it could go with regards to social media content.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Thanks for the question. Anyone else? We don't bite.
We just look like we do.
I'll go next. Thanks. That was really impressive. Obviously, Gabrielle we've spoken
very
before.
Much. Thank you.
Great to meet you, Rosie. Yeah, I mean,
I think a little bit more now.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely improved since the last time we spoke. And I think we can all, having been around the industry enough, of you know, the creators definitely are kind of shortchanged at the end of, especially specifically OnlyFans, a lot of centralized businesses. So I definitely see the gap in the market for it. Could you expand a little bit more on the business model? What percentage you're taking, what revenues, how you're generating revenue, and so on and so forth?
Yeah, so from the real creator, we'll take 20%. From the AI generated creators, we'll take 25%, and then we'll charge a $50 initial fee to set up your AI generated profile. So that's where our revenue streams come from. And then obviously of the revenue, 60% of that is going to be used to buy back and burn the token.
Got it. And on the AI generation bit, do you have talent in-house to work on it, or are you going to be licensing the AI technology?
No, so it's all our own technology. We actually own the IP on that, and it's currently being developed. We've got 10 devs working on there right now. We've got Zen, who's the ex-CTO of News International, really, really strong on this project. It's all our own AI technology, so really innovative. And we have
Awesome.
an MVP as well, that if anyone's interested, we can show you the MVP that we've got. It gets a little bit dirty, but I mean, that's the interest.
To be fair, I was gonna say the best kind of pitch that I've ever sat through, or any pitch I've sat through, is where they just demo the product.
Yeah, I mean,
which,
we
you
would
know,
love to do
you get
that.
straight to the point.
I've actually got Gabby bot in the back end here that I can show, but you know, maybe we could go in a different meeting for that, and whatever levels people are happy at talking with, because obviously it does do sexting, it just do normal chatting. Yeah.
Sure, maybe a follow-up with the guys here then.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Danish. And we have a few minutes for one more question, maybe, or feedback, advices.
Yeah, I have a question. First of all, thank you very much for your pitch. Could you tell a bit more about your technical issues which are able on your platform when you're using it? So as I understood it, you can make some kind of an avatar of a girl. And how can it be used? What can it do? Tell me.
So on the platform, imagine a real creator. You just created an AI version. So our AI is outstanding. You can change the face. You can we're going to have it so you can change the genitalia, and you can generate images for social media to obviously market the product. And then we're going to be able to generate NSFW, not safe for work, images to monetize. And then we're working on, it's not going to be launched till Q1 next year, but working on the videos too and the live stream. So that's not to be launched with this prototype, just for next year. But I'm more than happy to go into detail with the tech guys, obviously in a separate call, but it is really innovative tech that we've got right now. So I don't want to share too much.
Okay, thank you. And one more short question. Can you tell a bit more if to compare, as you've said that technology is pretty modern nowadays and it's getting more and more used by different projects. Who are your main competitors and what are your advantages compared to them?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I had a good deep think about this today, and currently I don't think there isn't any other platform out there that's doing this, that allows the real creator to come on board, use our AI technology, and the other half of the platform generate your own AI creator. So there is not really any meme creators out there. There's platforms that are using, cryptocurrencies, but they don't have any USPs. They don't have the AI technology. There's nothing really in the market that kind of matches where we're up to. If we have competitors, I would say, if I had competitors, no, we don't have competitors within the industry.
I'd just agree with that. We really are in a league of our own. There's so many creators out there that are having issues. The current platforms are really making things complicated, and they want to keep it simple. They want to know that the money that they're earning is what they're getting, which I think is a big problem with other platforms. And certainly, they don't want to be paid in currency that might fluctuate. So we've covered that end of it. But creators are really experiencing no end of struggles, and with the pressure from the banking system, they're getting more and more censored, and a new platform's needed. The creators are literally screaming out for it. So we're here to answer all their problems.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, ladies. Awesome pitch. Appreciate your participation on our pitch session. So let's continue with our next participant, ZkCross. I saw one of the founding team.
Yes, I'm here actually.
Oh yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good. Please share your screen.
Yes, I hope it's visible now.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So, awesome. So, actually, let me start with my background. I have been an entrepreneur since 2008, started 4 companies, had an exit in one of them in 2016. So, that's when I started crypto with mining Ethereum and Sierra Coin. From there, started my first project in crypto, which happened in 2016, where I was helping my friends and family get onto crypto. So I created a fully automated trading solution based out of Telegram, where users can come in, follow an automated process, attach their API from Binance and Bittrex. And we used to trade on their exchange account pretty much 24/7. Just 2 of us in the team, no funding, not even a real company. That kind of blew up. We had a volume of more than 45 million in less than 3 months. And then in the next 3 years, we had a volume of around 145 million, and we catered to around 6,000 users from around the world. So that gave me a first-hand exposure and information of the major learning gap that the users have to go through, crypto onboarding. In 2020, DeFi happened to us, where we were early adopters of several DeFi protocols, and we realized that DeFi has a potential to completely change the way we perceive finance. But again, onboarding for businesses, users, and even blockchain is really hard, and it takes a long time for them to be a part of the ecosystem. So that's where 85% of all the DeFi TVL is just concentrated with 6 blockchains. So hence, simplifying cross-chain liquidity movement has never been more important. So this is due to the fact that there are many complexities in moving assets across chains. We talk about users, then we expect 232 billion to flow into DeFi. But onboarding from fiat to crypto to DeFi, again, is totally fragmented, inefficient, complex, and the user has to go through a major learning curve. That could be few weeks or even months. So that presents a huge opportunity, and that's where we come in. So we've created ZkCross protocol, which enables seamless liquidity transfer across blockchains with one single click. So the way it works is users, they actually come on board through an on-ramp. So we have already got a grant from Stellar, and we're integrating Transact and Alchemy Pay. So users, when they come on board, they do their KYC and at the end of the merchant. We are completely decentralized, non-custodial, so we do not take any information from the user. So once user have the funds in the Web3 wallet, with just one approval, we swap, bridge, transfer gas, slippage, and the entire automation of the different complexities of DeFi. So in essence, when you go to a shop and you scan or you basically tap your bank card, you don't really know from how the money comes out from your bank account and goes to the vendor or the merchant. So this is what we're bringing in with this flow, where users, without knowing the different complexities of DeFi, can onboard a blockchain or a dApp. And this entire process levels the playing field of more than 200 emerging blockchains in the DeFi space. So our go-to-market strategy is very different to other cross-chain solutions in the market, where we enable seamless liquidity transfer to the target blockchain with ZkCross DEX. So this is a zero-knowledge cross-chain DEX, where what we do is, for example, you're at the moment working with ICP. So they have a total market cap of 6 billion. But if you talk about TVL, that's just under 20 million. So we have taken a grant for them, and we're building the entire DeFi infrastructure on them. So we come in and we fill like different gaps on a blockchain. So that could be like staking pools, liquidity pools, EVM, non-EVM bridges, fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, and our integration of one-click cross-chain swap. So in essence, we are DeFi infrastructure as a service provider. So we research, develop, deploy, and manage end-to-end solutions for like emerging blockchains. So once our DEX goes live on a blockchain, it is a zero learning curve, instant fiat to define one single flow. Users with one click can access liquidity from multiple blockchains. With us, it's just one approval through like multi-protocol automation. And we make DeFi more accessible on that blockchain. Again, we're completely trustless, decentralized and on-chain, and we're also launching a DAO. So once we launch our DEX on a blockchain, it is a complete cycle of innovation and growth because we bring in the DeFi infrastructure, which entices liquidity to flow in, which attracts different businesses, developers, and founders to build on that ecosystem, and like users follow with the end use case. If you talk about the way we make revenue, so we charge a fee for fiat gateway, bridge, swap, and SDK. And out of that, like 20% goes to our LPs, 50% operations, rewards, and funds. So where are we now? Where are we heading? So one-click cross-chain ZkCross protocol has already been live for Hive blockchain. We have just launched for like Partisha blockchain for different apps and users. We already have 18,500 users, 60 million in volume, 122,000 transactions. Next, we're launching like ZkCross DEXs on different blockchains, one unified SDK, cross-token launch, and also like rolling a DAO. So if we actually talk about where we are today, so we were the first ones to ever create like DeFi infrastructure for Hive. We are building the entire DEX, AMM pools, cross-chain swaps, on-chain swaps, fiat on-ramp, and everything around for Partisha. With Stellar, ICP, Arbitrum, and there's like more than like 10 blockchains we're speaking with at the moment. So it is in the interest of these blockchains to have us as a DeFi infrastructure provider because they can fill in, like we can fill in all the gaps in terms of DeFi. And we enable DeFi on their ecosystem. We have already received grants of more than like $500,000 from these blockchains. And if we talk about a roadmap, we are launching like Partisha, which is already live, is going like live for public on 1st of May. We are launching Arbitrum, ICP, Stellar, DEXs, and we're like planning to do our launch, like token launch in June, followed by at least one DEX and one DEX listing every month after the launch. So we talk about how we are like truly decentralized. So we have integrated MPC, which is like multi-party computation from Partisha blockchain into our infrastructure, which makes our keys really secure and there is no one point of failure. If you talk about ICP, we've integrated their like canisters to make our bridge watches go completely online. We're completely open source and we're also launching a DAO. If you compare ourselves with different cross-chain solutions like available in the market, more than plenty, Li-Fi, Socket, Swing. So we're the only ones who provide DeFi infrastructure as a service. We're the only ones who has one-click cross-chain swap, fiat, two DeFi in one single flow. We're completely decentralized, and we also take care of our customers really well, not just a link in a Discord group. We'll sort your problems. We have an entire infrastructure on support. The entire ecosystem is powered by a token, which is Cross, based on Arbitrum ERC20. We have like several different utilities, like some of them are listed here, like governance, fees discount, SDK. So like, let me like mention this as well. So users or like devs who want to build on an ecosystem, they usually struggle and it takes them on an average 2 to 3 months to build on a new blockchain. So once we like partner with a blockchain, we give our entire offering in an SDK, which includes like account abstraction, cross-chain swap, fiat onboarding, and everything around it. So now devs can build on that blockchain without having to go through the entire learning curve with just few lines of code. Other than that, we have like airdrops, grant program, swap and none, and like our own basic liquidity mining exclusive access. We talk about the token now. Like we just had a call with
Shivam,
Polkastarter.
sorry to interrupt you. It's going 7 minutes and a half. So we
okay. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. So like our basic first round is already sold out. In the second round, we have already sold around like 40%. And we are doing our IDO on paid network. And we're speaking with like several other IDO platforms. So yeah, like happy to answer any questions you guys have.
Yeah, thank you very much for your pitch. Yeah, appreciate any feedback or questions from VCs who would like to go first. I see Valeria.
Yes, thank you. I have a complex of questions. What are the losses in cross-chain swap and swap time? And also we are interested which blockchains are supported and what ensures the safety of liquidity? Sorry, many questions.
No, absolutely. Let me start with liquidity. So unlike other bridges and chains, like solutions in the market, we have integrated MPC, which is multi-party computation. So our entire basically keys are not just like divided into a centralized exchange. They're much secure with MPC infrastructure where like there is no one point of failure. So all the like different liquidity pools and our cross-chain solution is entirely empowered by this. If you talk about our like basically transaction times and all of that, so we have like an automation of the entire process. So we have like one of the fastest times in the ecosystem when we talk about like cross-chain swaps or like fetching liquidity from like all the like leading EVMs to the like target blockchain. And like hope that actually answers the question. That if you want, I can go like more in depth into this.
No, I guess that's fine.
Thank you, Valeria. I mean, I would actually love to answer any question maybe after the call as well. I can show you a demo.
Yeah, sure. I guess we can continue our conversation after the session with you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Valeria. Who would like to? Yeah, Danish, I see your microphone is unmuted. Would you like to ask something?
Yeah, thanks, Siobhan. A great presentation. Great to see the evolution of your previous projects. Where's the ZK element in this coming from?
So basically, like when we started, as you know, our journey with like cross-chain, I would say swaps and ecosystem that we were building before. So like Partitia happened, and then all the different blockchains kind of came on board, ICP, Stellar, Arbitrum, and all of them. And with Partitia, the element of being completely on-chain like with MPC and ICP happened. So then it makes a lot of sense for us to involve like ZK piece into the old or like the entire infrastructure so that all the like basically sensitive information is not broadcasted entirely and it's much more controlled, and so that we can empower the entire decentralized moment of value from one blockchain to another without exposing all the different elements to the public at the time of the basic transaction.
So you're borrowing it from, because I mean, obviously with ZK, you need a prover and a solver and all those things. Are you borrowing that from Partitia?
Yes, and like a part of that infrastructure, and we're like integrating and building the entire infrastructure ourselves to like back that as well.
Got it. And you plan on decentralizing that by getting people to be node holders or relayers?
Absolutely. So at the moment, we're using like nodes from like Partitia, but as we grow, we would want to like create that infrastructure ourselves so that it becomes a lot secure, and our like node basic providers are like I would say incentivized in order to like provide nodes into the entire like decentralized infrastructure or DAO that we're launching.
Thank you. Great. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Danish, and thank you, Shivam, for your pitch and your answers. I suppose we have a time for one more question. And
yeah, I have a question. Hi, Shivam.
Hi,
I know you're in talks with the Polkastarter research team, but I don't have a question. Yeah. I had a question around what your view is in terms of what a lot of your competitors have done wrong historically. How do we get these isolated systems to interact? What do you think is the one thing that most of them get wrong?
See, one thing which I have noticed in DeFi since the very beginning, that there are many cross-chain solutions that are available, like Li-Fi socket string and all of them. But what they provide is an SDK and API to the end dApps. Nobody is solving this problem at the end of because like blockchain. And this is where we are actually coming in, because all the different like cross-chain solutions, they're amazing. And I think our core business model kind of started from there as well. But what we do is we are working with each and every blockchain where we're launching our DEXs. These are not your like normal DEXs, what you usually have with Uniswap and PancakeSwap and all of that. We are more of an enabler of like value movement from fiat and other leading EVMs to that blockchain, And like one of the other problem that we also perceive while go through the grant infrastructure, that there are many like people who come together to apply for a grant, and once they launch that product, they don't really have an incentive to follow that through. Whereas with us, we have that incentive being working with the blockchain. Like for example, with Pardisha, we just started with a cross-chain swap, but then now we're building the launchpad, the entire like DeFi infrastructure. So it is in the interest where we follow the entire life cycle of the product and we manage it through the entire journey. And we're solving the problem of cross-chain liquidity movement at the core of the blockchain itself. So then it gets in the incentive of these blockchains to promote us, to promote our SDK to the different devs who like are wanting to build on that infrastructure. And so there is a lack of complete infrastructure, so that like people who are coming from Web 2, they don't really have a way to onboard Web 3 without having to go through that learning curve. So that's also we are actually solving in terms of getting people from fiat and other blockchains to like lesser known blockchain, the blockchains which do not have the DeFi infrastructure just yet. I hope that answers the question.
No, that's completely satisfactory. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hugo, and Shalom, thank you very much again. So, and we continue with our last participant for today, Sandeep from Datalayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I hear you really good. You can share your screen.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, perfect. I see it. So, okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm Sandeep here from Datalayer. So at Datalayer, we are building a new layer 1 blockchain where we aim to bring Web 2 level scalability to Web 3. So if you see the current market, right, like there has been like lots of innovation going on, especially in the layer 2 space, like sharding, rollups, and in the layer 1 space, like with faster single chains like Solana, Sui, Aptos, and all these. But say if you want to deploy some top internet application to this current infra, like it's not really possible because like the current infra is like not really scalable. So in any of these existing chains, you can notice one major problem, that is users in these traditional chains, they compete for block space. A simple example can be, say, if there is some token drop or NFT drop going on in any of these existing chains, users wants to get in early. So what they do is like they compete among themselves by paying higher gas fees so that their transaction could execute. So because of that, there will be increase in the gas fees, and therefore there will be like very less throughput and very high latency. So we are like looking to solve this block space problem by providing every user in the data layer ecosystem with their own dedicated local blockchains, so they can have unlimited block space. So say if there are like 1 billion users in the ecosystem, like every user will have their own dedicated local chain, and each chain will only take care of transactions which are related to that particular user. So all transactions related to user B will get recorded in the like user chain B itself. So this way the users no longer compete among themselves for the block space. And we also have something called elastic validators. So each validator's responsibility is to validate all these chains in the network. So whenever like there is huge network demand in any of these chains, these validators are like similar to Web2 servers. So whenever there is demand, they can add new internal workers and they can scale up and they can process all these transactions. So Vitalik coined this term blockchain trilemma, right? Where majority of these chains must compromise in any of these to achieve internet level scale. So we solve this scalability by introducing user-owned local chains, which can be run in parallel, and also through elastic validators, which can scale up as per demand and process all these transactions. And all these chains are also very lightweight, since they only take care of transactions to of like one particular user. So anyone from the community can pick up these chains and audit it themselves and keep the validators accountable. So we are like not competing with majority of the existing chains. We are like primarily focused on consumer use cases, applications which require to handle millions of user requests in parallel, or applications which require to handle time-sensitive transactions like micropayments, social media, gaming, like data ownership, AI. So yeah, we are like primarily looking to onboard applications to like which requires to process lots of transactions. We are parallelly also working on our first DApp on the network. It's called Casho. It's a simple deep-in app which rewards users for their online activity. So users can connect, like access it on Play Store, App Store. They can link all their existing third-party accounts. Like they can link their Amazon, Netflix, Binance, MetaMask, and all these accounts. So once they do that, what we do is like we fetch all their in-app data. Say if you link your Amazon, we fetch your shopping data. If you link your Netflix, we fetch your viewing data. So for users, what we do is like we reward them for their online data, and for businesses, we like share insights out of this data. So apart from that, we are also working on to integrate generative AIs, so they can, on the longer run, we want it to be more like a personal AI where the users can interact with it and learn more about themselves, like how much you are spending compared to your age group or your friends. So we are like looking to launch the data layer testnet somewhere around end of June or like early July. That's when we'll deploy this Casho app along with few other ecosystem dApps. And we'll run some airdrop campaigns to onboard like first 50 to 100K users to the network. Yeah, so talking about token, it will be used for incentives to reward users and developers for building their apps on the chain, and also for gas fees, taking rewards, and in the long run, we want it to be used for governance as well. So I'll get back to this slide. So currently we are a very small team. Previously, me and Jay, we both co-founded Placent. It's a low-code game remix platform, which we launched in late 2020. We also did a token rise for Placent. We launched a couple of products for it, consumer apps mainly. So we didn't find any market fit for that. So last year we pivoted and we started working on data layer. Recently, we also onboarded ex-Mission Labs research scientist who is helping us with the protocol research and development. So currently we are raising pre-seed round at 10 million valuation, and also we are raising for seed at 25 million valuation in parallel. So for pre-seed, we have GBV Capital. It's a Hong Kong-based firm. They are like leading our pre-seed round. We also have ex-Phantom Network CMO and then Connectico Capital. They have invested in the pre-seed, and we also got 2 to 3 commitments from few others as well. So there is like $50K left in this pre-seed and 1.4 left in this seed round. Yeah, so would love to take any questions.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sandeep, for your wonderful pitch. And who would like to ask questions or give some feedback to Datalayer team right now?
Hi, Sandeep. That was excellent. It sounds fascinating. Obviously, there's so much detail, so we could still unpack from the architectural point of view. Maybe do you mind explaining to me in greater detail what the role is of an elastic validator, and also what is the crypto economic system that guide those validators and their participation?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can answer. Jay, can you take over this?
Yes. So basically, when you say each of the validator within the network, right? So while we speaking of Web2 space, we usually scale in terms of workers. So each of the process can have multiple workers, and each of the worker can have multiple threads in parallel who can execute multiple requests, right? We are aiming to adapt to the same technology which we are trying to do on the Web3 space. So each of the transactions can basically be picked up by these workers, and each of the chains that we have will have dedicated workers picking up the space.
And how does that affect MEV in your system?
Sorry?
How does that affect MEV in terms of workers having to pick up certain transactions?
So the workers are configured in such a way that each worker is basically dedicated for a single chain. So it doesn't really have to communicate with any other workers to carry out a transaction that are per worker basis. Like, let's say if there is a communication that needs to happen between cross chains, so instead of validators agreeing upon a certain state, these workers can communicate with each other on the given state for the transfer to happen.
And they communicate in through your protocol or through an external protocol?
It like they communicate via our protocol. It is asynchronous communication that we've been working on. But yeah, it will happen within the validator instead of the validators communicating among themselves. So the latency and the throughput would the latency would come down and the throughput would increase at a greater pace.
Okay, thank you. I think we can pick up this at a later time. There's a lot more questions that I have.
Yeah, I would like to get into more technical details if you could schedule a later call. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hugo and team. Maybe we have some more questions too. Okay, or anybody would like to provide any feedback, we will really appreciate it.
I can go. Look, there's some sentiment out there that we don't need more layer ones. We just need to work with the ones that we have. How do you answer that? What are your thoughts around that?
Yeah, so like that's a great question. So we ourselves are like builders first. So last year we built this Cashout app, which is like fully on-chain data ownership application. We analyze like various chains. So what we do with Cashout is like we try to like bring all the users on-chain data points and like generate insights out of this and share these insights to businesses. So we analyzed various chains last year, like early last year. What we found is like even if you have like 500K users, right? We need to pay at least $5 to $10K in gas fees alone. So that's when we thought to build a specific infra that is purposefully built for high frequency and low cost assets. So we are like looking to solve transaction fees and latency issues mainly. Like we are primarily focused on consumer use cases. Like say if you take micropayments for a user to do small transactions, like say less than $1, they don't really need to pay some transaction fee on top of that. So yeah, we have like redesigned the whole architecture to so that like we can achieve this scalability and low latency.
Okay, and then final question for me is, what are you looking for from an investor? Is it just the capital, or are you looking for them to bring something else to the table?
Yeah, so primarily we are looking to connect with projects like who could co-build with us, deploy on our chain. So we are like primarily looking for investors who can connect with their portfolio projects at the moment.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I suppose we're finishing right now our pre-session. Thank you very much, Datalayer team, and thank you all teams for your awesome pitches, our participating VCs and experts for your questions and feedback. Yeah, hope to see you again on our regular pre-sessions again, and we would love to connect all our experts and VCs with participating teams. So yeah, have a great the rest of the day. See you soon and take care.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.